Philly fan. Philly fan.
Bro, I can't remember. I think it's big cousin to my man and shit, Aaron and shit. And Aaron had introduced Cooch to me, and he had Rick with him one day, and Cooch was just like, "Let me hear something," and then tapped Rick, and Rick pulled out the camera, and I'm like, "Oh shit, y'all got a camera?" So you know that around this time, I was starting to get used to people just pulling cameras out in front of me. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck y'all gonna do with it, where it's going, but oh well, y'all can have this verse. It'd be crazy. And then before I know it, it was on niggas' shelves, and niggas see me like, oh, you the boy from the DVD. And that's when that shit started picking up. So around the DVD era, I was one of the most popular motherfuckers from the DVDs. And I still remember that fucking Heavy Spitters when Rick, Cooch, Aaron, me, and my old rap partner and shit went out to Yonkers and shit. This DVD really had me on fire in the streets. Just
I was gonna get to that. That's one of the drinks that definitely popped up that a lot of people was talking about when it dropped. So go ahead and get to that.
Yeah, that was also a battle too. It started out as a cipher, but slowly turned into a battle because you know, Cooch and Rick was really, I think it was more Cooch than Rick, but they both was cool with Kiss, with Jada Kiss and shit. You know, shout out to Jada Kiss too, because every time I seen him, he always remember me and shit, and show a lot of love and shit. And I seen him on several occasions, and I always bring it up. Like, you don't remember from the block, we came to Yonkers with Cooch, and he go, do that laugh and shit he be doing. Remember you youngin', you know what I'm saying? So it'd be love. And the first time I met Kiss and shit, you know, he was hyping up the cipher, and then he hyped the battle up. Cause you know how the OG niggas get on the block with all the young boys out there. They just be out there just having a good time bullshitting and hyping shit up, you know. Like OG Wax and shit from fucking Menace and shit. Niggas just on the block just hyping shit up. So, you know, Cooch was like, Kiss, I want you to hear my youngin'. So, you know, we went up to Yonkers and we ended up rapping. It was a cipher. And then them dudes start kind of like getting aggressive with they shit, kind of like looking at us and shit. We looking like, oh, we in a battle right now? I said, oh, watch this, I got you. And just turned up and got on my battle shit, and it was always super aggressive, and it was super arrogant, like you can't fuck with me. I had a kind of spill with my shit, and a different kind of swagger with the way I said my shit that kind of made me stick out. It was all just delivery and cadence that made niggas believe, like, this little nigga is fucking nasty. So I got Kiss running up and down the blocks at every bar. Hey, he going crazy on y'all. You know what I'm saying? So when that came out, that shit was popping, and that shit was all that the Two Raw from the Streets battle. The John, that was really crazy. I think it was the battle over the pool table. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of made me, niggas kind of put me in categories I ain't really belong in, but I just think it was just because of the skill set. Everybody always said you was always ahead of the curve. Like, niggas always like, you was always ahead of your time. Like, niggas wasn't on the shit I was on when I was on it. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like hit the whole generation in certain ways of rapping. You know what I'm saying? Just because I was influenced and hung with the older guys that really got it in. You know what I'm saying? So by the time that pool table battle came out, I was kind of pushed into legendary youngin' status and all this other shit. And I was damn near a celebrity in the fucking tri-state. I couldn't go nowhere without getting spotted. I don't care if it was a mall, wherever. Niggas just, it was always just love. It was a lot of love, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, you had mentioned your old rap partner, I mean, Rico or whatever. And back then, y'all had a couple mixtapes that came out that actually was floating around, like they had came across where I was at. And I actually, before I ever met you, I actually heard a couple of them drinks, but not because they was floating around. So I tuned in, I actually was rocking with a couple of them drinks. So speak on how that was for you, like young guy. Y'all was young at the time, and y'all was putting out work, and it was getting around, and people was, gravitating to it. So speak on that.
Yeah, that shit was ill too. That shit was just more adding on top of what I was already doing with the DVDs and the battles in the streets. So, you know, my whole build up was really organic, and really took step by step, you know. So by the time, you know, the OGs from around the way was like, you know, y'all put the work in on the streets, you know, y'all niggas got buzzers from the DVDs, y'all might as well start putting out mixtapes and had niggas really hearing y'all, really riding around bumping y'all shit. So, you know, we went from schools and playgrounds to DVDs on your TV. Now we entering your cars and your radios in your crib and shit like this. So, you know, when them joints started to float around, that's another thing that just helped stamp and solidify that nigga was real nice. You know what I'm saying? Around that time, like I said, yeah, around that time when the mixtapes came out, the Free Agents mixtape came out, the Cyssero murder mixtape shit came out, and you know, shout out to Reek for you know, rocking with your boy back then, putting in that work. And around that time, me and him we was getting compared to like Chris and Neef and shit. It was crazy. It was really crazy, bro. Niggas was comparing us to Chris and Neef. We looking at each other like, what? You know what I'm saying? Because we kind of looked at them a little different. Like, nah, we ain't let shit get. We ain't let people try gas us basically. But the gas was out there. You know what I'm saying? That's just because niggas was doing good and was doing what we was supposed to do and just killing shit and dropping hot shit. You know.
Right. Now, Bananas DVD, Club Flu days.
Oh.
Face outside with the camera. Everybody's out there. Hollow Man, Spittage, Joey Jihad, Cyssero, a few other guys out there.
We out here for the flow, nigga. My man Spaceman on house running. We out there. My man Cyssero, my man Cyssero, my man LP. Nigga, we out here.
Flow days was so fun, dog.
But this one particular day, like I said, Bananas DVD, face out there with the camera. You filming for the situation, and you go off on Cass.
Oh yeah, I had to go off on Cass around this time.
So speak on, like, you know, y'all was cool at first, so like, why you snapped on him that day? Like, what happened?
It was the hotter and hotter I was getting, the more and more I was getting compared to Cassidy. And I don't think Cass took a liking to that shit too much, you know what I'm saying? Because I kind of seen him start to distance itself. And that was my first real taste that, you know, the curse that come with the gift, or the whole buzzing and success of rap and all that shit. You know, that was my first real taste of it, because he was a legit guy. You know, he had a deal and all that, and it really started, I would like to think that it started from two girls. That's where it really came from. And then it kind of just spread around the neighborhood, and you know, because we were both up top, you know what I'm saying? He was further back Mount Airy than I was. But it kind of started from two females, you know what I'm saying? I believe that we both had similar relationships with them. And the chicks was like always talking to me about him and talking to him about me, and you know, then dudes start going, yeah, hey Cass, you know that boy Cyssero, don't he sound like you? But Cass Ben knew about me before I really like got hot, and he heard me rap. He ain't never say that shit. So I guess niggas started to kind of make him feel like it was niggas that was starting to build up off of the punchline style of rap. So at once, it was like that was always hanging over my head after a while. I was like, once I got too hot, niggas is like, no, we gotta find something wrong with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the rumors I always had to deal with. That shit followed me around everywhere I went. Niggas like, man, you sound like Cassidy. I'm like, alright. I just thought niggas was fucking hating, to be honest, because that's just what it was. But I remember it was a diss record. And I was always known for wearing throwbacks and headbands and shit like that, with the sneaks to match the throwbacks and the headbands, like the authentic Jones, you know what I'm saying? Back when that shit was hot the first time, I was known for that. Like, that was what I was known for, always having an different authentic jersey on with a headband. Whether it was football, baseball, basketball, that was just my twist, you know what I'm saying? And a freestyle came out. And niggas just like, yo, Cass throwing indirect shots at you, dog. You starting to really build, like, out here. I'm like, bullshit, let me hear it. And they put the shit on. And the nigga said something about I send it something, I do something to the NBA man on your headband and something about your throwback and you little clowns sound like watered down versions of me. And I'm like, oh shit. So I ain't never really say nothing about it. And then you know, the more and more I kept hearing it and the more and more it kept weighing on me, I'm like, yo, why everywhere I go niggas want to compare me to Cassidy now, but I've been rapping the same way since I came out. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, so after that, I was like, fuck it, man. I feel like the nigga throwing shots at me, and he just not saying my name. So let me send some warning shots. And my warning shots was always like, I would say, what I say? Something like, something about I'm too deep to get compared to Cass. Like,
fight guys wild when I'm the one with the gun with the Cyclops eye. So bet something if you bet nothing pop, beef like sex, be strapped to catch something hot. I'm that wise, that's why I wear the mag. FYI, I'm too deep to get compared to Cass.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Say it again.
Too deep to get compared to Cass.
Right, and you heard it here twice. You heard it here twice.
What the fuck they need to stop thinking on me.
He don't want to
Stop debating on me. Even niggas I used to roll with be hating on you. Wow. That's how I know I'm the shit. That's right. And a lot of guys punchline, but they still noticing sis.
You can't compare me. So a lot of my shit was never disses in the beginning. It was just shit that I was saying to set the record straight. Because I knew that's what the streets was trying to pin on me, just to try to make it hard for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So when I start hearing that, I would fight them off with just one-liners. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then I have a one-liner. And then the shit ain't really get serious until I heard that nigga third album. And it was a done bun. That nigga dissed me and Murder Mook on his fucking intro to his third album. That's when I really start dissing him and start saying his name and all that cool shit. Like around that time. So, but I do remember that night, that Bananas DVD. That was my shit too. And I definitely let everybody know, like, man, I'm too deep to get compared to Cass. Y'all niggas could try to compare, like, delivery and cadence, but if you really listen to what I'm talking about, my shit is way deeper than his shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I was trying to kill them comparisons.
Alright. So, did y'all ever talk after that, or it just kind of died down on its own?
Yeah, it kind of died down. Well, no, it didn't. It kind of picked all the way up before it died down. Because he kind of really fucked it up when, well, he didn't really fuck it up. He kind of helped make me way bigger when he went to Smack DVD, and this is when Cash was on fire. Back when that I forgot the name of that freestyle he did on the Smack DVD.
The incomparable nigga, you can't stop the unstoppable nigga. I'll pop a shot to you niggas. And I was like a pop to you niggas. I gave you a flow, adopted you niggas. I did a lot for you niggas. And this the fucking thanks I get. You my son, you should thank my dick.
And he was there with Swiss and a couple niggas, and he had dissed me on there too. When he dissed me on there, he made me real big. He made New York really pay attention. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what was you saying? What was the question? My fault.
No, I asked, did y'all ever talk, or was it ever cool, or?
Right. So yeah, the shit escalated all the way up first, and then you know, it was like, y'all should link together and shit, cause I think right around that time Cash was fucking with Ab and all that, and we ended up going to New York just to link with him. Like he was like, yo, bring Sis up, you know what I'm saying? Just so we could talk, you know what I mean, and do this track and all that, like basically squash the beef. So we talked, squashed the beef, and did a track all in one night in the studio and shit up in New York, and that was the Under Construction record.
Yeah, lost in the family. Philly, this for y'all. It's the virus, and I ain't come for discussions. I came to put the fucking game under construction. They already know, lyrically I'm destructive. I came to put the fucking game under construction.
When that record came out, that was basically to let niggas know that the beef was over with, it was dead, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we basically squashed it that night when we did Under Construction and shit.
Alright. So I want to get back to the DVD Tour for the Streets era and all that real quick. Because at the height of that situation, as far as like you on there, you had went through a little back and forth with Chic Raw at one point in time. And this was at the height of his, situation with 2 Streets. So like, what was that all about? And did y'all ever get past it, like squashing it, or did it just die down?
Yeah, it kind of ended up dying down because it's funny because it was like I'm gonna definitely go into that, but I'll be thinking about recent years how people tried to like create narratives that I go against Philly and shit like that, and it's like I only really had 3 or 4 official. Well, really it was 3, 4. The 4th one I don't even count, but it was only like 3 or 4 rap beefs. You know what I'm saying? I even hate that beef shit. It ain't beef. It's rap competition. That's all it is. And people, I blame that on mainstream media putting beef and rap together, and then wonder why, it be bloodshed. Or Chic was one of mine, and somebody else hyped that. I actually was on the defense on that one. I never was really known for starting nothing. I used to always have to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? And it was all through something personal, some old personal bullshit that happened that a nigga didn't like or something that really wasn't my fault at all. And the nigga went and told Chic like, yo, go ahead and come at the nigga sis. And the nigga did it. So I ended up coming back at him to defend myself and just letting niggas know, don't come playing with me like that. I'll fuck you up, and then you'll be working extra hard trying to put your career back together. So that's all that was, just rap competition. Me and Chic actually got cool over the years. Back in the day, my manager called Ace. It was like, yo, my artist want to battle your artist, man. Let's put some money up. Them niggas put $1,000 up. That was the first time I actually battled and got paid. You know what I'm saying? Walked away with $1,000. They definitely set that shit up in flow. Everybody was in there because it started to whistle through the streets because Bugsy buzz picked up kind of fast, and my shit was already on fire. And niggas was like, Bugsy and Sis battling at Flow, and it was when Flow was the shit. Everybody used to go down there.
Yeah, it was definitely popping that night.
Everybody was there when they heard that battle was happening. So that was one of my highlights in the city, and on the battle tip too. And I felt like his first verse he held it down, but after my second verse and my third one, it was smoke it was just smoke. And I ended up winning and getting $1,000. And it was funny because I met my crazy baby mama that day. She was one of the waitresses, all fucking nice looking and shit. You feel me? Nigga, get the victory, get the stack, and then get the baby. You feel me? I was like a superhero in there that night. You know what I mean? That was one of my highlight nights and shit.